Welcome back to Ultimate Driver. Taking another look at turning the road. In this video I'll be using the EyeCAM so you can get a very realistic representation of the observations that need to be carried out, and also it makes it easier to show you the precise reference points. I'm out in the BMW training car today. The reference points may be slightly different on the car you're driving, but I'll point them out anyway as we go. The reference points that we use driving forwards, so we know when to stop, will be the same as most other cars. The reference point for reversing, it will be a little bit different on this car to most cars, but I'll point both out anyway. Okay, so before we go, let's assess the road that you've been asked to perform turning the road on. The important things to assess are the width of the road and how steep the road is at each side. If you're doing this in a manual or automatic car, you still need to carry out this assessment. If the road is quite steep at the edges, so it has a lot of camber, then you need to be very, very careful with your clutch position, because if you have the clutch set too high when you're driving forwards or reversing, the car's going to jump back and go too fast. If you have the clutch set too low, the car will roll forwards towards the curb at the very time that you're trying to move away from the curb. So just be very careful with your clutch, and when you use the handbrake, just ease the handbrake off gently and test your clutch position. So if the car does feel like it's going to move back too fast, you can adjust your clutch before you do. And if you feel like the car's about to roll forwards, you can bring your clutch up a little before you fully release the handbrake. So that'll help. Okay, let's take a look at turning the road now. So as always, I prepare the car to go. So select drive or first gear. Next is observations. So I need to start looking out the back window, slowly coming round, looking through the mirrors, through the windscreen, up and down the footpaths, the road ahead, and very importantly, looking all the way through now to the blind spot. It's all clear, I'm happy. Handbrake down, right hand to the top for steering now, and moving the car very slowly, steering quickly. Slowly moving the car across the road. And on this particular car, my reference point for stopping is when the curb's about here on the door. So as I'm looking down there, I can see the curb here on the door. That's as far as I can go. If I went any further, I'd overhang the curb at the front, or I may even touch the curb with the wheels, and I don't want to do that. So handbrake on, prepare the car in reverse now. So the car's prepared, start my observations, starting at the blind spot, coming all the way around, all the way. The road's nice and clear, looking right through to the back window. Now I'm holding my observations now, looking through the back window, handbrake down, moving the car very slowly and steering very fast. Still looking out the back window. I'm about halfway across the road now, so I'm going to switch to my blind spot, looking through the blind spot now towards the curb. And my reference point for this car, as you can see here, it's roughly when this piece of blue tack here meets the top of the curb. But in most cars that are a little smaller than this one, it's down here in the corner of the door frame where you see the curb line come across. You can see the curb there just in the bottom of the door frame. That's as far as I need to come back. And when I'm happy with my reference point handbrake, prepare the car in drive or first, observations all the way around, coming through, checking my blind spot once more. I've got a lady there walking on the path on the other side, but I can complete the manoeuvre before she gets here. And that's the turn in the road manoeuvre complete.